Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the Thinking Crypto channel. Please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Guys, Bitcoin holding steady, actually up 3.14% from a 24-hour perspective, despite the U.S. election uncertainty, which can, typically have markets go down. You see some red. So Bitcoin's sitting at $13,758. The alts are seeing a bit of red, but it is what it is. And, the saying or the meme over the years has been Bitcoin doesn't care, meaning it is a hedge against the traditional financial markets, doesn't really care what's happening with the elections or whatever it may be. It exists in its own silos. So, that is true for the most part, but we did see earlier this year with the pandemic, all markets crash. And, that's due to a lot of more institutional players in the crypto market, and they're taking money out wherever they can, certainly to make up for losses in other things like stocks and so forth. But good to see at least Bitcoin holding steadily here, not dumping. But hey, we have to let it play out, right? Market cycles for sure. We are in a bull market, but when you're looking at the micro level from a daily, weekly, things like, the dumps can happen, but from a macro level, we are on track, right? Guys, Flare says XRP Ledger will enter $10 billion market with a launch of smart contract integration. So this is very bullish for XRP. Many of you know the utility fork of XRP is coming up, at least a snapshot in December, where you can get Flare tokens one-to-one. So if you're holding 100,000 XRP, you can get 100,000 Flare tokens. And once again, as it says here, it's a smart contract integration. So this is very bullish for XRP, and I think will benefit XRP significantly because bringing that smart contract capability. A senior executive at the crypto startup and Ripple partner Flare says the XRP Ledger is poised to dive into a new realm with the launch of smart contract integration. In a new Tokyo crypto interview, the Flare's head of business development, Mohammed Tassir, says the company's effort to bridge smart contracts and XRP will open the door to a multi-billion-dollar market. Very bullish, right? And this is just one, aspect of the utility and use case here for XRP, because we know the main one is that cross-border payments, right? And there's also the micro payments when you for web monetization with Coil. So multiple use cases. That's one of the reasons why I'm bullish on XRP, and I continue to accumulate in the dips where I can. And I am trying to schedule an interview with Flare's founder and CEO. And I had been talking about that for months, guys, but due to my moving and scheduling, I wasn't able to. But I think this time around it would make sense because we're closer to that snapshot. So hoping to get that interview scheduled this month. So stay tuned. So here's a quote. Why that is very exciting is because it opens up a lot of possibilities to a big market that is just sitting there with a huge market value of $10 billion today. As for what makes Flare unique, Tassir explains how it adds smart contract functionality to the fourth largest crypto asset. Flare is a new network, so we're the first Turing-complete FBA, Federated Byzantine Agreement network, and we're using the Ethereum virtual machine for our smart contracts. So Ethereum, obviously a part of this. We added the Ethereum virtual machine so that we can bring in at launch one of the protocols that we've been working on is the FXRP, or the Flare XRP. Basically, it's a trustless representation of XRP on the Flare network so that it can utilize smart contracts. In short, we're basically adding smart contract functionality that can run with XRP. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Bullish. So if you're holding XRP, this should make you happy. Obviously, you'll benefit from the Flare tokens, and we'll see what the value of that is. But if everything goes according to plan, right? I am realistic that we have to make sure things are progressing. It's not just because we hold XRP, we become emotionally attached. we have to be smart investors. So if everything goes according to plan, this should turn out very well for us holding XRP. As I've stated in my videos, XRP is a long-term hold, and that's how I'm treating it. I have coins that are making me money, like Chainlink and obviously Bitcoin and so forth, which are more, you can make, a quick turnaround in profits. So that's why I diversify. I know some of you don't, you hold just XRP or you hold just Bitcoin, but I would definitely urge you to look at diversification. Unless you're like, hey, you know what? I don't care about short-term gains. I just want to hold long-term and wait for XRP to hit new all-time highs. So that's okay as well. But just keep in mind, if it's bothering you that, the price is not moving, well, then you should diversify. Guys, Bakkt, speaking of Bitcoin, their trading volume has exploded in the recent months, so that's good. And of course, the Wall Street Journal covered it. We talked about this article yesterday where they talked about Bitcoin sets new highs for the year, and it has rebounded, right? Because it's back over 13,000, and it's outperformed stocks, oil, and other assets, guys. So Bakkt is seeing some volume here. I'm trying to get an interview with their President Adam White, but he's hard to get a hold of. But stay tuned, guys. I'm trying to get. I am in contact with them, but it's hard to get them on the books here. But good to see all around bullish activity. Now, as always, I know when it comes to the derivatives of Bitcoin and people shorting the market and all that, I know that can be a bit annoying, but it is what it is. The good thing is that we are in the bull market cycle, so we should probably see longs coming out, and as always, it'll be a roller coaster ride up. But one of the big drivers, guys, is Bitcoin's adoption, and of course, Bitcoin is the rising tide that moves all or lifts all boats, so it pulls the alts with it. Well, we're seeing countries are opting into Bitcoin, guys, to bypass obviously sanctions and different things happening. Now, when I talk about these topics, I'm not saying I support like Venezuela, or I'm not saying I support Iran or anything like that. I'm just trying to report the news from a neutral standpoint, just let you know what is happening. Whether you agree or disagree with it, the fact of the matter is it's happening, right? So Venezuela to incorporate Bitcoin and Litecoin wallets into national remittances platform. And this comes just a week later from what we saw, Iran amends law to allow imports to be funded with cryptocurrency, primarily Bitcoin. So these countries, I think, guys, are jumping all in, and this is going to drive the price of crypto up, right? Remember, there's only a limited supply of Bitcoin, and the more activity, the more buying and selling, the more usage, it's just going to drive the value up. And we see a lot of macro investors and big time hedge fund managers, and obviously you got the PayPals of the world and MasterCards and so forth. They're all jumping in. So Venezuela says it will incorporate Bitcoin and Litecoin wallets to its Patria's cryptocurrency remittance platform. In an update, authorities in the country say this move will enable Venezuelan citizens to formally receive remittances in cryptocurrency form. Many citizens of hyperinflation hit Venezuela already use Bitcoin as a store of value as well as for cross-border payments. So yeah, I mean, I think we've all heard and seen just videos, and we've seen the Venezuelan money, the fiat currency, in garbage cans on the street, just dumped because hyperinflation, it's become worthless, and people are buying crypto. They're buying Dash, Bitcoin, Monero, all that stuff. So I don't blame them. But now that the government is trying to get involved, now I don't trust the Venezuelan government because they tried to do the Petro coin or whatever it is, the oil-backed coin. So we got to see what's going to happen here. Hopefully they don't try to steal the citizens' crypto, but hopefully they're not trying to do that, right? So the formal incorporation of Bitcoin into the national remittances system will likely boost the use of cryptos by Venezuelans. The country already ranks third on the list of countries with the highest cryptocurrency usage in the world. Guys, and more are to come. I mean, once again, just look at what Iran just did, right? That's big. So you can imagine more countries, maybe in the Middle East and South America, will do the same. We'll have to wait and see. But this is just one aspect of the adoption, right? And once again, whether you disagree or agree with it, it's happening. But we know big time investors like your Dan Moorheads and all these guys, Raoul Pal and all that, they're getting in, and this market is just maturing and growing. And here we got news. The Cayman Islands announces legal framework in bid to attract crypto businesses. Very smart of them. They've done that with traditional finance, right? Where we all know about the offshore bank accounts and all of that stuff. But, very smart. The countries and islands and whoever that are crypto friendly will attract more folks, especially as this and this asset class takes off. People are going to want to move their money into more safe havens, not get taxed ridiculously. And this is smart of them. The Cayman Islands, and autonomous British overseas territory in the Caribbean, is building a regulatory framework for virtual asset service providers. Announced Saturday, the Cayman's Ministry of Financial Services has already published an initial set of rules that came into effect on October 28. These kick off what the ministry calls Phase 1 of the framework, which will determine how the Caymans will regulate and enforce anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism measures. So this is all fine, KYC, AML, stopping funding of terrorism. Every country's going to do that. That's par for the course, and it's just to protect everybody. But guys, it's happening. It is happening slowly but surely. And this is why I always bring you back to that one word, that one mindset: patience. Patience. People get very antsy. Hey, I have my money in Bitcoin for 8 months. Nothing's happening. Or in XRP, nothing's happening. Oh, I've been here for 3 years. Nothing's happening. And they want to be rich fast, but you have to live in the reality. You have to keep a balance there. Yes, I'm here to make money. I think I've said that many times. I want to pay my mortgage off. I want to buy a Tesla Model X or whatever, right? I want to do those things. Now, I have to be patient, right? I understand the market cycles. I lived through 2017 and was there, and I kicked myself for not buying more in 2016 when a friend told me about crypto, and even in early 2017, I watched it go up. Don't get me wrong, I did buy some, but I could have gotten in at the lows and bought a lot more, and probably have life-changing money in 2017, guys. But it is what it is. You live and you learn, and this time around, I'm accumulating, I'm being patient, and just watching all the puzzle pieces come together here. It's pretty amazing to see this unfold. Those of you who've been in the market, even earlier than me, got in earlier than me, God bless you. You got a lot of patience for sure. But I'm sure some of you have made some good money and seen how this asset class is taking off. So I'm super excited for the future of this market. We have to be patient, and let's see how things unfold here. So, guys, what do you think about this news? What do you think about the Flare XRP $10 billion market with the smart contract integration? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you all later.